doing?
It's the meter man, baby. Get up. Come on, what are you so tired about?
Hey.
Doing that to me. Now sit down.
Hey,
Over here.
I don't know what
Now.
time of day it is or anything. There's no day or night in this place.
Oh, I know. That explains the marks on the walls.
Look, what do you want?
I want you to write a letter home now.
Yeah?
Yep. I want you to drop a line to your old man. He wants to make sure you're all right.
And you're gonna make certain that he gets us?
I sure am. And then we're gonna get in touch with him and tell him where and when to lead the ransom.
So this means I'm gonna be out of here soon, huh?
Yeah, Daddy Warbucks comes through.
Oh, this is wonderful. This is just great. I love this because I don't know what to say, but I have been thinking so much of all the things I wanted to tell him about when I did, get to talk to him and everything. So, let's see, how do I start?
Listen, honey, don't get excited. Just tell him you're safe and you're well taken care of. Come on.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm not gonna put that down here.
You're gonna put down what I tell you to put down, baby.
No! No!
Listen, let me tell you something. This is not the time for you to make a stand. You got that? Now, if he doesn't get this letter, he's gonna think you're dead.
And then you couldn't get any ransom.
And then I wouldn't need any ransom. I wouldn't need you, would I? Now, you wanna call my bluff on that? Now, you sit down there, and you write him, and you tell him you're well taken care of. You understand?
Gosh, I hardly know where to start. Okay, what do I say? I'm freezing in here, and this place stinks. Well, maybe I ought to tell him how your idea of a good meal is salted peanuts and beef jerky.
Listen, honey, you don't have to make it sound like the Hilton. Just make it short. You got that?
Okay, how about, hi, Dad, send money.
That's the idea, honey. Right on time every day, Miriam.
No, not every day. It doesn't come on Sundays, and one extra one comes by on Friday nights.
I thought you told me you didn't know the days and nights here.
What?
I thought you said you didn't... Look, forget about it, man. What can I say? You're a lucky gal, honey. Not a train for hundreds of miles, and this one just passes right through your back door. Come on, hurry up, let's go.
Yeah, okay, I will. It's just, I don't want to forget anything.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Listen, I'm not going to be back here till late tonight with the food. So this stuff ought to hold you over until I get back.
Oh, come on, Lance, not more candy bars.
Honey, that builds strong bodies in 12 different ways.
Well, I want you to know I want something hot for dinner tonight, and I am not talking about cinnamon jawbreakers.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll see what I can do. Now, listen, I'm going to be busy tonight, Got important business.
Yeah, well, if you wouldn't have killed Blue, you wouldn't have to worry about me all by yourself.
Who said anything about me killing Blue?
Guess I just took it for granted.
Some punk killed Blue.
Oh, yeah? You going after him?
No, what's it matter to me? Think I'm upset about Blue being gone?
Yes, I do.
Well, then you're as stupid as he was. Because having that guy around is like having rocks in your shoes or something. It just bugs you all the time, It's just something to worry about.
Yeah, so that's why the guy that killed him is now called a punk, huh?
The guy was a punk before he killed him. And I don't have to worry about him, because he'll cut his own throat. Now, come on, aren't you finished yet?
Okay, it's just, wait. Last sentence here.
All right, you got your signature on
yes,
there?
Yes, I signed it Mim. He calls me Mim.
What's this next to your signature here?
That's just it's a little personal thing between Daddy and me. It's like I said, love and kisses. That's what it means. See, it's a personal thing because when I was growing up, it was his thing. He used to always say, Miriam, you've always got to be one step ahead of the crowd. You've always got to do your best no matter what you do. So when I was little and we played tic-tac-toe, see, he always drew an extra line there just to make it harder for me. So this is my personal message to him that I'm trying to say, Daddy, I'm doing my very best to try to get through this.
That's very touching, Miriam. Oh, listen, baby. Don't be upset if I'm not home on time for dinner, okay? Don't panic.
I don't panic. Panic. Only time I'm upset is when you are here. Lord. Lord. How am I going to get some dry matches for this thing? And when I do, how many of these things do I use? Because I have a feeling if I use too much, this whole place might come tumbling down. And Lord, please, please, please just have my daddy get the message. Oh, God, please. Let him get the real message.
Anything in the mail on Miriam?
No, nothing but bills and ads.
Hey, what's your blood pressure?
I'm much more concerned about my mind. This waiting is driving me crazy. Now, what's happening with the ransom?
We're in pretty good shape there. We've got $350,000 on hand.
Mm-hmm. That leaves $50,000 more. Now, how do you propose to translate that need into ready cash?
Well, it's going to be a little tricky. I mean, it's not like you don't know enough bankers or anything, but somebody's liable to start asking questions.
Well, why don't you tell them that I'm working with a very eccentric contractor who doesn't trust checks in general and mine in particular.
Yeah, that's pretty believable. I mean, there are probably people around who are stupid enough to believe that. As a matter of fact, I've already fielded that question a couple of times.
Oh, who's asking?
I don't really want to tell you. I mean, I've told you right from the start that this would happen. Brubaker's on our tail.
What?
Hey, Charles, just take it easy. Take it easy now. I doubled back on him. Kind of made him lose my scent, so to speak. It's a trick I learned from hunting with my uncle back up in the mountains.
Would you mind sparing me the homespun anecdotes? Now, just exactly what does Brubaker know?
Only that you're selling off some stocks and bonds.
Now, how could he possibly find that out?
Well, that's pretty easy to understand when you realize that no man's an island. Certainly not Charles Carpenter. You own a lot of stock in major businesses and companies. You own some public utility stock, too.
Is there any way at all that he can legally examine my finances?
Well, no, Charles, but he's got friends just like everybody else. Somebody could have slipped him the information. That's not really the issue, though.
No, it isn't. The issue is whether or not or how long you can hold him off.
Exactly. And since the kidnappers ought to be getting in touch with us pretty soon, I don't think we have anything to worry about. Mm-hmm. Look, Charles, you do realize, don't you, that once Miriam gets back, you're going to be facing some pretty serious legal charges, don't you? I mean, withholding information is just the tip of the iceberg.
No, I hadn't realized that because I haven't really thought that much beyond the day I get Miriam back. Which might very well be my mistake.
What, you mean not thinking ahead?
No. Thinking that she'll be coming back at all.
Everything seems to be in order, Weaver. You've been doing good work.
Thanks.
One problem, though. This relative of a friend of yours, you said she was Lori Martin's aunt,
Yeah, it's Nancy Lawson. I told you I'd handle her.
but you didn't handle her. She's, what, $100 short on her payments. Now, what's the story?
Ron, you told me that you trusted my instincts.
But those instincts weren't to allow you to let her off.
Even if it means a little more money in our pocket?
Go on, I'm listening.
We go easy on her now, and she'll come back to us later for a bigger loan. That's when we stick it to her. You know, she owns a real nice house, which means a real nice bit of collateral for us.
Your father make that suggestion?
I don't talk to Vince about everyday details of loan sharking.
That's right, Vince never cared for that. He's a bottom line man. But I do like your idea with this Lawson girl. In fact, I like the way you think, Weaver. I'm very grateful that you're able to think at all.
Ooh, and who might that be referring to?
Don't get me started. How'd you like a drink?
No, thanks.
By the way, you like my sound system?
It's all right.
All right. Cost me over $2,000.
No, I mean, the system. I mean, it's the,
You don't like the music, do you?
well, maybe it's just that it's sort of, what, refined.
Don't tell me you listen to rock.
Sure, it helps me relax.
Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, Weaver. Tells me that you're not calm inside.
How do you relax,
I certainly don't relax by pumping a lot of jungle music through my head. Now, this is the kind of music to relax to.
Same bottom line to me. I don't see the difference.
It's like the difference between Novocaine and fine wine. One numbs the pain and the other just eases it away.
Right. Sorry.
Don't you like the finer things in life, Weaver? Or is power the only thing that you want?
What makes you think that I'm after power?
I didn't have to think about it. I knew it the first time I saw you. I like power. And that means that I react to other people who want power. It's like identical magnets, right?
You saying that I'm a threat to you, Ron?
You got guts, Weaver. And I admit that when you first came aboard, you were threatening to me, what with Vince being your father and all, but then I said to myself, just let him get out of line once and I'll show him who's got the power around here. I'll take him.
I'm sorry, I never give you the chance.
You will. But not to worry, because I know that when I do come down on you, that you're smart enough to be scared.
As opposed to...
As opposed to Lance. You know, Lance was a good man once. Now he's a clown. Sometimes I have nightmares about him. I see him with big floppy shoes and a big red nose. His days are numbered.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because someday, Weaver, you're going to replace Lance as my right-hand man.
Well, Charles, you don't really mean that. I mean, if you really thought that that Miriam was not going to come back, why do you go to all the trouble of collecting the ransom?
I can give you 10 good reasons, beginning with guilt.
Well, what have you done wrong?
Oh, I let her slip away from me. My daughter was lost to me before she was even kidnapped.
Well, I think you're being a little bit hard on yourself.
I'm being honest, and this is difficult enough to say as it is, so just don't argue with me. I spent way too much time with Nancy and on Hollister Mall. And then when her mother came, I treated her badly too.
I don't want to listen to this.
Oh, fine. It's obvious I shouldn't have told you with the way you care.
I care enough to know that you always do this.
What?
No, I don't want to tell you, Charles. You got enough on you already.
Harold, nothing you say can bother me that much. I always consider the source.
All right. Charles, you are forever going along your merry way until some catastrophe or other brings you to your senses, almost. But then things start going your way again, and you go right back to the same way of doing things. You forget all about the promises, all about the apologies. Now, when Miriam comes back, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go right back to your old way of doing things all over again. Say something. I knew I shouldn't have told you that.
Oh, there's no harm done. I guess what you're really saying is that if Miriam doesn't come back, I'll be still stuck in this catastrophe.
Oh, you'll bounce back. You always do.
Well, I appreciate that. But I am beginning to lose hope, Harold. It's been much too long since I've heard from Miriam's kidnappers, and there are no pictures, and how do we know what they mean by soon?
Is there something you want me to do?
No, just keep playing it close to your vest. Let Redland and Brubaker ask all the questions they want to. If you keep your mouth shut about what you know, then you will be doing all you can.
If Vince called in all of his loans, he'd own half of Kingsley. Amazing, huh?
Yeah. Suddenly I see myself marching up the state capitol steps and strong-arming the governor.
In time, maybe. Be patient.
Are you sure Vince wants you telling me all of this?
I don't think he would mind. But you have to realize that if these loans went public, we could never collect.
Why not?
Any public official who does business with us could lose his job. Then he could tail our operation and try to close us down to atone for his mistakes.
Delicate business.
Absolutely fragile. Don't you ever knock?
I ain't knocked in 8 months, Ron.
Well,
Come on.
start!
I need to talk business with you.
What are you trying to do, run Weaver out of here?
No, I wouldn't dream of doing something like that. I need to talk personal business.
I gotta make some collections anyway, so I'll just go.
So how the loans going, Weaver? Everything working out all right?
Lance, we've already covered all that and more. I'll see you around, Weaver. Well, what is it now?
Oh, there's Babs. I thought you might be working today.
Oh, hey, still up for a minute, will you? I see some friends of mine. Hey, there they are, the couple of the year. Are you here for the food or the company?
Both.
Well, step this way. Hold off just a minute, will you, buddy? How's everything?
We're just fine.
Yeah? Look a little pale. Of course, it's kind of hard to get sun this time of year, but...
Don't worry about Lori. She's coming along just fine.
Gee, I don't know, Ben.
Babs, we really think it's just some kind of virus. Now, maybe you could get us some menus,
Sure thing. You want water?
please? I don't know why I look forward to seeing her when I know she says all the wrong things every time we see her.
Well, Babs seems to be able to say all the wrong things with more love than most people say the right things.
So tell me, what did Dr. Diedrichson have to say?
Nothing much, just the usual encouragement.
Did you tell him you haven't been feeling well?
Yeah, and he said it could be a number of things, a bug or the weather or a psychological reaction. I mean, since I'm married to a doctor, he thought that you'd be able to spot anything any more serious than that.
Well, if I do, I'll certainly expect a percent of his bill.
There you go.
Well, thank you. That was fast.
Hey, you're getting what Webster calls preferential treatment. And that's how come you're getting dirty looks from the other customers.
You ain't got a right to jump on me about getting rid of Weaver. This has to do with Miriam.
Oh?
Yeah. Might be a little bit crazy, but I think it'll do the job.
Looks all right to me. Only what is that thing next to her name?
I asked her about that earlier. It has to do with something personal between her and her old man. It means love and kisses and tic-tac, something like that when she was a kid. I think it'll prove that she's still sane.
All right. Type up an envelope, send it to Carpenter from the post office.
Right. I think this is one job that Rusty can't handle, don't you think?
What do you mean by that?
Well, a long time ago, Vince asked if you knew anything about the Mason kidnapping. You said no. Now, I don't think you'd want Rusty to know that secret, would you?
Well, thank you, Lance. I didn't realize what a great barrel you had over my head.
All right. I'm just trying to prove a point here. I know I'm the only man that can handle most of the jobs around here.
Well, believe me, you didn't get this job on your merits or your past record. You stumbled onto it.
I'll handle it.
You'd better for your sake. But forget about Miriam. Tonight you're hitting Babs.
Yeah, Marty calling?
Yeah. He's in Fairmont. He's gonna try to get in, talk to Babs, and find out exactly what time she's getting off.
We know that already, man. She works from 11 to 8.
Usually, but maybe she's changing her schedule. Maybe she's going to the library. Maybe she's going to the doctor. Who knows? Doesn't your mind ever function beyond the obvious?
Hey, come on. No, don't start that stuff again
Then
with...
go to Fairmont. You meet Marty at 7th and Waldron. That's 2 blocks from the restaurant. He's gonna try to cut out 20 minutes early before Babs leaves. And you know what to do.
Yeah.
Hi. Hey, your steaks will be up any minute. I just gotta make sure the manager doesn't see me. Hey, tell me something. How's Harold?
I haven't really talked to him that much. I know he's helping Charles try to find Miriam.
Oh, yeah? You heard anything yet?
No, afraid not.
Oh, gee. You know, Gene was here a few days ago asking me a lot of questions and stuff, but I really wasn't able to help him much.
You know, the Redlands really miss you, especially Ione.
Oh, brother. Don't I miss her.
Are you ever coming back to Kingsley?
I don't know, Ben. I mean, I'm just too scared to right now. Besides, why should everybody else have to pay for my problems? At least here I can face them on my own. Thought Marcy was gonna get that table. Work calls. I don't know what's keeping those steaks. Yeah, what do you want, Betty?
Ham on rye and iced tea. Tell me, do all the waitresses sit at every customer's table?
No, only when they're good friends.
Well, give me a chance. Now, dress up a little bit, do a little something with your hair, you wouldn't be all that bad.
You know, you really know how to give a girl a compliment?
Well, I mean it. Join me.
I can't, really.
Well, how about after work?
Listen, sweetheart, after work, I am gonna go home, I'm gonna sit on the kitchen counter and stick these aching feet into a sink full of hot water.
After that, then, maybe we could take in a late movie.
Huh. You get an A for effort, and I know you're lonely. But by 8 o'clock, I will be out of here, and 9 o'clock, I'll be in bed, wet feet and all.
Well, it's about time, hop along. Now, what took you so long? What's it look like in there?
She's there. She gets out at 8.
I know that already. Is the place crowded?
Well, they cleared out pretty much for the dinner rush, but there's a window out front, so watch your shots.
All right, I'll wait till she gets around the building.
You better make him a clean hit, too. There's a hospital right across the street.
She'll be DOA, pal.
This is your second crack at her, isn't it?
What's that supposed to mean?
Ron's not known for his second chances.
Let me tell you something, buddy. I blew it the last time because a guy named Blue, he didn't know nothing. You don't know nothing either. So you just take care of your end of the deal, you understand? I'll handle my own. Got it?
Yeah, sure.
Good. Ain't gonna have no trouble this time. She's gonna be DOA. DOA. That's dead on arrival.